Welcome to the final video of Summer Geometry, Unit 12, Part 6, talking about congruent and similar solids. Congruent solids are two solids that have the following characteristics. Their corresponding angles are congruent, the edges are congruent, the faces are congruent, and the volumes are equal. So basically, two solids are similar if they have the same shape and the corresponding ratios of their linear measures are equal. So they're congruent if everything is the same, but they're similar if everything has a corresponding ratio. So here's some things to keep in mind. If the solids are similar, they have a scale factor of A to B. The surface areas have a ratio of the square of the scale factor, and the volumes have a ratio of the cube of the scale factor. So, for example, if you look at number 70, it says determine whether the pair of solids is similar, congruent, or neither. Well, if you notice, they're not congruent because the corresponding measures are not the same. So let's see if they're similar. So to take the square root of 7 over 5 rad 7 over 2, that's the same as saying the square root of 7 times 2 over 5 rad 7. So notice that means that the ratio is 2/5. So let's see what happens when we go 2 rad 3 over 5 rad 3. Notice the ratio is 2/5. And 2 rad 5 over 5 rad 5, it's 2/5. So they have the same scale factor, so that means they are similar. So the next question says determine whether the pair of solids are similar, congruent, or neither. Well, if you look here, they have the same radius, but they don't have the same height, right? So therefore they are neither. All right, so 72 says determine whether the solids are similar. If the solids are similar, state the scale factor, the ratio of the perimeters, ratio of the areas, and so on. So here, notice that the radii are 4 over 9, and then the height, 12 over 27, that reduces to 4 over 9. So they are similar. The scale factor is 4/9. The ratio of the perimeters would also be 4/9. The ratio of the areas, that is the square, so 16 over 81. And the ratio of the volumes is the cube of 4/9. So 4/9 cubed would be 64 over 729. All right, so 73 says determine whether the pair of solids are similar or congruent. Well, they're not congruent. So here's the thing, 12 over 15 is equal to 4/5. 8 over 10 is equal to 4/5. And then 6 rad 2 over 9 rad 2, well, that's equal to 2/3. So since they're not all the same, it would be neither. All right, 74. Two similar cones have a radii of 9 and 12 inches. What is their scale factor? Well, 9 over 12 is equal to 3/4. So the scale factor is 3/4. The ratio of the perimeters is 3/4. The ratio of the areas is 9/16, so this is square, and the ratio of the volumes is 3/4 cubed, which is 27 over 64. 75 says two similar cylinders have a radii of 5 inches and 15 inches. What is their scale factor? Well, 5 over 15 is equal to 1/3. So that's the scale factor. And 1/3 is also the ratio of the perimeters. The ratio of the areas is the square of 1/3, which is 1/9. And the ratio of the volume is the cube of 1/3, which is 1/27. They're similar cylinders. So find the height of the smaller container. Well, the ratio of the volumes is 80 over 270, which reduces to 8 over 27. And then remember, the scale factor is the ratio of the volumes is the scale factor cubed. So that means the scale factor would be the cube root of 8 over 27. The cube root of 8 is 2. Cube root of 27 is 3. So the scale factor is 2/3. So 2/3 is equal to h over 6. 3h equals 12. So the height is equal to 4 inches. All right, and that concludes our videos for this summer geometry. All right, have a good rest of your summer and good luck on the Unit 12 test. No parts coming.